Good morning, everybody. Good. So it's 6:30, and I've done feeding the dogs and feeding all of our puppies, but they're still lingering out there. So we have in total four puppies. We have like a teenager dog, and we have an older dog. So they used to be able to they used to be allowed to come in here and until they started pooping and weeing on the floor. So that's why we try to just leave them out. And my husband put this parasol up yesterday for them because for some reason they do not want to stay at the back of the house where there is shade and enough space for them to keep them covered for rain and sunshine. So I'm sorry guys. Tongue tied, yeah. So currently I am in the dining room. We stayed up really late last night, cleaning up the bedroom because we now have a shelvings. So everything was put in order. And this one here, this area here, so we have a box for the rice, feeds for the dogs, and some stuff that needs to be installed. And yeah, it's a little bit dusty, so I'm trying to really pace myself because sometimes I get really overwhelmed. And this is the view from this window. Oh, by the way, guys, we bought this cheap table the other day just so we could have like a relaxing meal and not sit in the couch. So this is such a good view when having breakfast. And as for the chair, so as you can see, it's not really um, steady. And as for the chair, we bought some plastic bar stools. I am trying to avoid plastic as much as possible, but at this point, that will do for the reason that we're running out of budget and we just wanted to somehow feel comfortable in our new home. And I just had a walk around outside that area this morning. So a lot has been done here. It's more tidier now, believe it or not, because my brother came and helped us tidy up the place. But after they have taken the makeshift hut from this area, now I can see a lot of work needs to be done here. I wanted to trim a bit off of that guava tree so that view will not be obstructed, and then put this wiring up a bit so it's not really low down for my husband. Thanks, darling. So I'm just waiting for my coffee and then pile up all of these leftover materials at the back because we still have a lot here. Look, this guy, this is Nara. She came to us just 2 days ago, and for the first day, no one could get close to her, not even for food. The poor thing, she was hiding underneath there, and we thought she was gone. And she didn't eat the whole day, but now she's warmed up to us. Yes, Nara. Eventually, they need a bath, and some of them are just relaxing over there after the breakfast. And I did not have much time to tend to my garden yesterday and today. So these will need tidying up. I need to landscape that area as well because I have a lot of ornamentals ready. Yes. So I don't know, guys. And then today I will have to ask my nephews to distribute all of the solars like away from the house because we now have that light in front. So in total, I think we have more or less 10 to 12 solar lights in the area, and most of them thankfully last the whole night until morning. So that's a good thing. And as much as possible, I wanted to just limit one bulb that's connecting to the electrical grid to the house, and then the rest would have to be solar so we could save money because electric is not cheap in the Philippines. Well, I think anywhere. So that's the hut. That's where it's been transferred to. And my nephew is preparing for his breakfast. So one of my nephews stays with us like every day and night. He keep watching the perimeter. We have barbed wires all over already, but in this area here up to there, the barbed wires are not really high. They're like three layers only, so not much. People could still um, jump onto it and get to this other side. So, yeah, I'm trying to always tell myself like one step at a time because I wanted to get things done quickly so I could like move on to another project and really just enjoy the place. And as standing here, I could see a lot of fruit trees that needs trimming because I don't want them to grow really tall and obstruct the view. Apart from the bamboos, of course, that will serve as a windbreaker when there's typhoon or storm. Yeah, so look how peaceful everything is from up here. And the sea, we could see everything. Yeah, lots of fishing boats going out this morning. So hopefully there will be fresh fish because I have family who lives down there, like by the coastal area. So we would have news if there are tuna. And then, yeah. So I think today I will just concentrate on here. And sometimes I have to tell myself, well, yeah, allow other people to help. I do not want to like direct people, but in this case, I need to. And then yeah, so I had to bring out my stove for cooking. Makes life easier for me. Yesterday I had to leave the guys. So currently we still have three guys working. Most of them are my nephews. Anyway, I had to leave them to cook for themselves. We had food in the fridge for them, and we said we need to get away. So I had my nephew took us to the beach to have a walk just to get a little break from away from everything because everything overwhelms me, and my husband, his back is aching. So I harvested the mung beans. So that's the first harvest. I need to go pick up a few of them that are ready later. So as you could see, this is the wood fire stove, and I have like plates here to prevent the pots from getting dark, but I would really prefer cooking using firewood. And the problem is that when I close this thing here, the fire just die and the smoke just comes out from little openings, and then there is an opening at the back as you can see there, but for some reason it's not really doing much. and sometimes the air blows from there and pushing the smoke inside. So my husband ordered a what did you order again? What did you order again for the stove, for the fire stove? Like a suction thing? Yeah, so he ordered one. Okay, yeah, yeah. So he ordered one, and my nephew said that we could put a hole on this area, put like a tube, like a metal tube with a hole on every space here. There's one hole here, but it's gonna be a long one hole here because this is another um, stove, and then one hole here, and then we will attach a. Hang on, let me get my. I'm trying to like explain everything the way I can, guys. So this is like a blower thing. So this will keep the fire burning. It's battery operated and it's chargeable. So we could attach it to the tube here um, to keep supplying air inside to keep the fire burning. So that's how he explained it to me. And then at the back will be situated the suction thing. And the reason for that is because I only cooked one meal. That was the second time I've done it. And the suit built up, I could see everywhere. And sometimes you have to learn the hard way. So I'm not regretting it. I've learned something from it. And the windows are yet to be cleaned. So a lot of work still needs to be done. And I will ask the guys to store this outside because we have a lot of tarps so they could cover that. And that's just an excess skim coat. And yeah, I'm gonna ask one of the guys today to make me just a makeshift shelvings around here where I could store plates and cups, so we will have a much tidier space here. So at this point, I'm not really picky, just anything to tidy up the place. I'm not really after something fancy, like a fancy setup. And then I'm gonna ask them to make me like a hooky things over up there for this stuff and my pots. Yeah. So we have all of this little comfort make life more easier for us, and the little fridge. Yeah, I bought some dumbbells. No, not dumbbell, kettlebells. Because I used to go to the gym when I was in the UK, but when I got here, no access to gym. So I said I'm gonna do a home workout using kettlebell for my back and just for my knees, really. But with a lot of planting, a lot of cleaning that needs to be done yet. I've never used the I just don't have the time to exercise. And this needs tidying up. So this is a lamp that we will replace that one later on. So that's the situation at the minute. And I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my coffee, looking out the window here. Good evening, everybody. It's 6 o'clock in the evening, and I wanted to show you how beautiful it is up here. So, what we did today is that the camera CCTV has been transferred from there where the condenser is, and I think we will have a better um, view of the place below. without actually going down there to check what's happening. And then currently, my nephew went down to the village to his home and get something. So the workers just went home, and it's just me and my husband at the minute. And it is so cool. It's like 25 degrees, and it's so nice. So this um what's being done today. So this area here, this was the hut. This is where the hut was, and they did a good job cleaning it up today. Because if it was just me, I was just getting overwhelmed, and my husband was um suffering with back pain today. So I'm quite happy. Although we have a few things that we need to get rid of. These are the workers' blanket and everything. They've just left it here, and then they burned some of the trash that was here. And then this area, look now, it's so clean. We transferred the light here, over there at the canopy. So the reason why the front of the house is not yet done is number one, we haven't got our budget for it, and number two, um, this is going to be here. We wanted to have a like a balcony and a stair going up for a viewing deck. Instead of putting up a roof, it will be like a little viewing deck, and below it will be like a balcony where you could rest. So that's the plan. And I'm just, sitting up my mind so I won't get overwhelmed, because sometimes I feel like I wanted to get things done quick and just relax. But I have to constantly tell myself this is a big project and there's no rush really. The important thing is that inside we are comfortable, inside is done at least, yeah. And then we still have a lot of this gravel. So they're gonna use it for the balcony, but we are not sure when it's going to be. So this will be filled up with gravel, and also this. So I still have a lot of planting material around that needs attention. Coconuts, some ornamental plants, and then yeah, my husband is just trying to figure out some of the solar lights. I think my nephew set it into like a motion sensor. It won't really switch on until someone pass by it. And pardon, this is the kitchen scrap, and I've thrown it here because I was in the process of building like an ornamental garden, and this is a mosquito net which I'm going to use to cover the plants because of the dog and also too much sun. So that's going to be Monday now, because tomorrow is Sunday. We have church and we have family coming over in the afternoon. So they are planning to come here and have lunch and stay until the sunset. They wanted to watch the sunset, but in the morning after church, we are going over there in that village where I grew up, and my nephews and my nieces are planning for us to have a breakfast and a swim as well. So as you can see, some of the solar lights down there have switched on. So we have one, two, but I think that one has been set into a sensor motion sensor mode, and then we have the round one and another round one, and this is the camera. Darling, it's supposed to switch on when someone gets close to it. I mean the light. Why is the light not switching on? I'm right here. Oh, is it? All right, never mind. And we have another circular solar light there, and another solar light here, which I think, yeah, is in motion sensor mode. So there you go. My husband just switched it on, and it's, yeah, it is bright. Anti-shake proof. I'll go and give it a shake. So look at this little troublemaker. They're so cute. So we have four of the little ones. Here's another one. I do not know where the other one is. And we have a teenager called Ruperta, Rupi. She's somewhere here. And then we have a Shih Tzu poodle named Goku, but he's constantly wandering, going down into the village, and he don't. Yeah, well done. And he don't come back until like nighttime. So he goes out in the morning and don't come back until nighttime. So we have no idea who's feeding him. But one day he came home. He came back with a bit of a gash underneath his front leg. So that's why he's being tied up over there on the hut. Can you set it into like a normal, not not a motion sensor? No, I mean, what's the use of it standing up there without switching it on? So we used to have, oh, we don't have anything here on this side, but the brightness comes from there because we have another one in the corner, and then by the docks, and then another one by the huts. So I think that one's not really necessary, but I think soon that, oh, sorry, that one will be moved into where the pig pen is. And I'm sorry for filming this late, but earlier there was so much going on and I had to like rearrange all the kitchen stuff, and we still have all of these to clean up. This is already filled. I've planted it with purple yam, and these are just like rice hull that's been desiccated. I mean, um, decomposed already, so ready to be used. And then they piled all of this up here. Oh my gosh, the chicken is on the cooking, the kitchen. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's chaotic. Sometimes it's chaotic having too many animals around. So this, they bought this today. This is going down that way and straight to the pig pen. But they said it was too late and they did not want someone else crawling around and pulling it. Yeah, it could happen around here in this area. That's why we have two CCTVs. We have barbed wires and also an electric fence during the night. So these are all the ornamental plants that my brother brought me. So I'm just waiting for them to like recover so I could position them in front of the house. I have so many bottles. Um, when it was too hot, like 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks in a row without rain, I had to improvise for the coconuts. Um, what else have I got there? A lot of trees, newly planted, all of them, and a lot more, like papaya. So the roots could keep moist because they were dying. So I'm not throwing those away. And I have a lot of stuff here that I'm propagating. Another purple yam being covered there so it could sprout. So I could put them in the soil. Oh, yeah, it's so quiet apart from what do you call these things that makes this really noise, loud noises during the night. So the ducks has been fed around 5 o'clock, and I have to really like make an effort to feed them early, especially when I'm busy. Sometimes I feed them like 6:30 and it's already dark. So my brother has installed a faucet, a tap here, but the water could not come up. We haven't got enough pressure. So the guys are planning to push the tank a little higher. He said it will give it pressure to the um, hose hoses. So this is the situation here. It's been moved here. Yes, oh no, not yesterday. The other day, and I'm not sure what's happening here. This is my vegetables garden. I'm just hoping no one's stepping into it, but I have not tended it for several days. And also, this is like a really late tour or filming. Wow, that is so beautiful. The sky is so beautiful. So they have installed this a chicken coop. The chicken coop, and I was thinking it's just gonna be small because this is sloping, but they did a really big perimeter for the chicken to roam around. And at the moment, we have one hen with 8 chicks and another hen that is still laying, and she's got 13 eggs at the moment. And then we have two roosters. Yeah, I think that's it at the moment. They're like native chicken and a few of like this black chicken, a Chinese breed, I think. Look at that, guys. I'm just hoping they're gonna pay attention. That's my rambutan. This is actually quite nice, especially in the evening. It could make the place feel a lot cozy. So the issue is that, oh, I think, yeah, yeah, I'm alright. I think they're gonna try and catch some rainwater with this plastic drum. Now that's Goku. So this is my cousin's area. Not my cousin, my nephew. He's the one who's gonna be assisting us with everything here. Like we're planning to do a lot of planting, building raised beds, and looking after the chickens because we plan to add some more. And then of course we have ducks. But while he was helping with building the house for, yeah, since November until today, I was the one looking after the ducks. The dogs, that's my husband's work. That's my husband's job. And then the chickens, sometimes my nephew just, yeah, he does it himself. And then I have some propagation area here. I think I will move it closer to where the water is, water source. And we have another solar light here. And this is supposed to like project the light down there because that's where the pig pen is. But I think it cannot reach it. But eventually we will have like one bulb attached to installed to the pig pen. So it can currently it's empty, but my nephew said it can actually it will 10 pigs can fit into it. So that's the plan of us, like trying to get a bit of income. And underneath the kubo, that's where the laying hen is with her eggs, and then goes down there. That's where the perimeter for the chickens. And so this has been cleaned up by my brother. So this is, I think that's the electric that's attached to the barbed wire. because we're not really from this area, so you see, and we heard stories of like thieves, So yeah, so we're being um, you know, aware of these things. We are trying to be safe. So these, I wanted to hold it up one day and put it in the garden, but the issue currently is I'm struggling. So I'm struggling to grow vegetables in this area. As you can see, no trees whatsoever. That's why in the middle of the day, this area is too hot. And I have rows of grafted fruit trees already here, and then on the second layer, and then on the third layer. So far, two of the grafted fruit trees died here, and one down there died. So I'm not so sure. So we have six ducks, two drakes, and four hens. Hopefully, we could get some eggs and let it turn into ducklings. So it's just an improvised shade for them. That's from the cement, and then an E-frame. Yeah, actually, the pond has been dried for like weeks, and my husband keeps refilling the water, and it's quite dirty now. Yeah, so I am so happy being up here, and it's so peaceful during the night. We could see everything. So, as you could see, a lot of work needed for this place to, like, so someone could really appreciate it. We wanted to turn this into a place where people could come and visit, and maybe build a little cafe down there, and then have a farm or a garden tour, whatever, like a mini farm. So that's the plan, but it's going to be an ongoing work. Just, well, accomplish one um, project at a time. So that toilet was built before the house was built. So we wanted to move it at the back. I think we need one. Where did you get it from? I said, I think we need one here. Why don't you put one here then, darling? I think we need one here. No, I mean close to the back door. Yeah, I think we need one here. How about here temporarily? And then we'll ask my nephew to get a post. So I've showed you this earlier. This is the like a temporary tent for the tank, because the water gets really hot, especially during midday. Now be careful. So far, don't step on the plastic bit. Yeah. That's the water valve. So I am waiting for a lot of seeds coming. Uh, Most of it are like flowers or ornamentals. Yeah, I've done my bit with the vegetables, and currently it's struggling. Like, I wanted to um, plant a lot more, so whatever excess produce will feed them to the pigs, which will minimize the expenses for feeds. But yeah, so that's the thing. I started planting since around first week of November. And so far, the harvest was a few string beans the other week, which I put in my soup. What's up? Yeah. So this area here, we still have a lot of things to do here. My brother, for some reason, he cut all of the leaves, but I don't really want to cut the tree. I mean, we need trees up here. So a lot of trash that's from the hut or the kuba from the person who was looking after this land. A lot of trash was down there, and my brother tried to burn, but a lot of it is still there. So I think I'm gonna give it one day next week and clean it up. And yeah, they because it's a sloping pathway, they build this. So I think we need a lot of these on the sides of the property, like there, because it's more slopey on both sides of the area. So here we need to tidy up more. Like, I do not know. When I see a corner that's neglected, I'm like, yeah, we need to do some more work. And then I could see a lot of like twigs, lots of leaves. I feel like it's being wasted. It's supposed to be uh on the or around the perimeter of a tree, so a tree could take advantage of it, keep the moisture in, and organic material serves as fertilizer once decomposed. So yeah, that's it. And then the bottom part, like I said earlier, I'm saying that we are planning eventually we are planning to like put a cafe down there and lots of flowers. So that's the plan. But the we still have to find a way to put aside some money for the budget to develop the space. For the meantime, my brother is going to bring a few goats and just graze in that area because I haven't got any uh, trees, or I have not planted any trees down there, and all I could see that's growing there is like some moringa and bananas. So that's it. So I think he could grow he could yeah, bring his goats. Actually, he's buying and bringing them in, I think towards the end of the month. Uh, a couple of goats. So that's it, guys. And yeah, I was given all of these ornamental plants the other day, and yeah, they need to be repotted. But for the meantime, they kind of give the space a feel of like a little more homey. Yeah. So definitely in the evening, the weather is no problem. It's so fresh. It feels like spring in in the United Kingdom, but the daytime is sometimes it's unbearable. The daytime, especially if it's a sunny day. Right. We'll end the vlog here, guys, and we'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Bye. Morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody.